Hello, welcome to another load-in of game number 1 between Team Liquid and QPAD Red Pandas. This is a best out of 3 to decide which one of these two teams will be going on to the next round in the Eizo Cup March. It is going to be a single elimination, all best out of 3 matches, and 2 rounds being played today, 2 rounds being played tomorrow, and I'm sorry if I sound fake, but this is the fourth time that we loaded in, so I've actually said this a couple of times in different ways, actually, I feel like, but anyways, doesn't matter. So it is Liquid on the Radiant side, Pandas on the Dire side, and we'll see these two teams hopefully not remaking again. The reason for the remakes, by the way, was to check out the pings and to make sure that the game is, of course, as even as possible, as we have got an American team as well as a European team, and the American team is actually a bit split up. I believe there's some people from US West as well, and we're now actually playing on a Luxembourg server, if I'm correct. For all you people wondering, I have actually been told that we can't take too much values into these, can't see too much value into these numbers, because the ping that I check actually goes through another server, so the ping of all the players is actually a little bit lower than what you see right here. But you do see that it is in favor right now for QPAD, and Liquid sitting around 200, with QPAD sitting around 100. And I am lowest of all, yay! Anyways, we're going to be seeing 2 lineups that are different from each other. I know, right? Isn't that logical? But, I also mean in terms of playstyle. We've got the ticking time bomb. It is going to be the Phantom Lancer that is going to be on the side of Liquid, together with the Keeper of the Light, with the Bat Rider, and you think, wow, what happened in the draft? But yeah, let's see what they're going to be doing with it. Well, we know what they're going to be doing with it. They're going to, of course, have a lot of counter push as well, a lot of turtle potential with the Beastmaster and Keeper of the Light. A lot of killing potential as well with Boba as well as Lion on Fluff there. But yeah, Fluff playing the Lion, Boba on his Bat Rider, TC on the Phantom Lancer, IX Mike on his Keeper of Light, and Korok is going to be playing that Beastmaster in the mid lane. On the side of QPAD, we have got them trying to go for a bit of mid-game strategy. We've got Wagamama playing the Lifestealer. It will be Select playing the Tidehunter, Sing Sing on the Queen of Pain, with Minnie playing the Nyx Assassin for this game. And of course, who else would have thought? It is Jarax playing as Lina, seeing if he can get some nice Life Striker raised up, following up on that Impale, of course, from Minnie. And then we're going to be seeing all of QPAD roaming mid so far. It's not really roaming if you're really going over the path, I guess. Oh, they smoke up. We see the drawing on the minimap. They want to go this way and then go that way and see if they can catch out someone. Perhaps they're going to get lucky if they can get TC. TC hasn't spec'd anything yet, though, because, you know, he might need double walk before he goes anywhere. Smoke is still on there. Gonna be able to find out where they are. TC so far keeping very safe. They know that he's there. They saw him. The ping comes out. He didn't see them though. And this is really the right target to go for. And see them edging closer. See them edging closer. They're gonna go in from behind. Here they go, coming from behind. TC is gonna be the first one. Sedgwick goes down just in case he pops the double walk. Light Strike ready to follow up as well. TC in the first blood. Boom. And it's gonna be Minnie picking it up. Fluff and IX Mike running for their lives right now. I don't really blame them. QPAD will be taking satisfaction in just that one kill, and they will rotate back towards their own lane. As we see the line that's been drawn from Fluff, indicating where they actually went, but we know where they went, and it was actually almost correct. I thought they were coming from this way. Well, they were actually coming from that way. I know. Minimal difference, but first blood on the board. It is going to be the Phantom Lancer that went down. Now, for Phantom Lancer, it doesn't really matter that much. He will still be getting the experience and the gold from the first creep wave. He doesn't really lose that much gold because, of course, he spent all of it by the time that he, because he was level 1, he spent most of his gold. So he doesn't really lose that much from it, but it's still quite annoying, especially since you give it away to a support that is able to upgrade the courier already, or should be able to, even though he didn't do so. I actually, what did he buy? Boots. Minnie buying boots instead of upgrading the courier. Well, Minnie, now we know where your priorities lie, don't we? But yeah, getting boots already up on the support, and that might actually indicate that they want to try to go for roam really early. They don't really need to stick on that top lane anyway, because there's nobody there from Liquid. At the same time, there's already also nobody there from QPAD on the bottom lane, so this lane that I'm basically looking at right now is the only lane where these two teams are going to be meeting each other for now, until the ganks come, and the ganks will come. We see Jarax having a smoke of this heat already in his bag. We have got a double stun with, of course, and the Nyx and the Lina able to get something going there. And we of course got Fluff with the stun, also has got himself a smoke in his inventory, and he can try to run with a Keeper of Light. Now they don't have a double stun, but if they get Fluff at level 2, they at least have and a Hex and a stun. Maybe they can use something with that. But it will really depend on when they find the timing right to actually go for a gank like that. And you know what the stupid thing is, or the funny thing, I guess? They're probably gonna try to do that at about the same time, basically because they're waiting for the same kind of thing, waiting for the same kind of level, same kind of momentum. And it's gonna be already Korok getting a rest here a lot. Sing might actually be able to get something going here. He has got level 2 on his Shadow Strike, basically because he knows that you can't bottle through that. You take more damage than you can heal. We actually have the gank already coming here from QPANDA, and they're gonna come in from behind. The drawing on the minimap is clear. Korok is gonna be trying to get harassed away from the lane. And what we also saw QPANDA do a couple of times actually yesterday versus Absolute Legends was trying to snipe that courier. Trying to go for that early courier kill, even though he has got already the bottle, so they won't be able to kill him off for now. But he is going to be on his way already. Korok, empty bottle, courier bringing it, and they're going to go for him actually. They're going to go for him right now. Here comes the Impale. He's going to start things up. Light Strike Rake will follow up, and that is going to be another kill going the way of QPANDA. And it will be going to the hands of Jarek, so the supports both got 1 kill. And this is actually really nice because now, well, now actually we see the courier upgraded, but if these supports are going to continue to roam and continue to try and get kills, then that gold is going to be really coming in handy, especially because of something that Mini already demonstrated with those boosted speed up. Makes a big difference. He is the one to initiate. Jarek's can be a little bit slower because he's the one to have the follow-up stun, so he has got a bit of a margin of error, so to speak, and a margin to be slower, I guess. So he can, yeah, he doesn't really need the boots as much as the Nyx does, but with those kills going their way is really nice, and Sing still gets the advantage in the mid lane with having Korok being locked out of the mid lane for a while. So Sing getting a bit of free last hits as he is 14 for 11. A lot of the knives up on him as well, while Korok is sitting on 10 for 1. Not that big of a difference considering Korok actually died once already, but still big enough to make a difference in the mid lane so far, especially with those denies actually. Just denying experience to Korok. I mean, we see it in levels. Sing is already level 5 with Korok being level 4 and a bit. At the same time, we can also compare the bottom lane farmer to the top lane farmer. I'm actually going to stick here because, you know, this is the only lane where we could see maybe some place. That's the thing about a mid lane. In theory, nobody should maybe die. Maybe if someone dies, it's still going to be Korok because he doesn't really have an escape. But Sing could overextend and then he might die. And we actually have got another gank being set up by the looks of it. This time without a smoke. But they're going to go anyways. Or maybe they're going to go to the rune. But we have got the life stealer for QPANDA. Wagamama is 26 for 10. Doing okay for himself. He can be compared to TC, who is 25 for 12. So very even. Both of them have free farm. Like, they don't really have to worry about anything. Their supports are making sure that the lane gets put in check. Not even as much as you might think though. Like, this is just actually fluff, just trying to get experience. And double TC damage. Can get, wait a second, Illuminate flying through, double damage for Sing. He can oh, courier fly. He can still blink himself away in 5 seconds, and with no roar, they just don't have the lockdown to take anybody down right now. This is the only one that can actually initiate to go for kills, because he is the only one at this stage that has got a disable. I mean, you've got your mana leak, I guess, if you got a point in that, but Ike's Mike doesn't, and even if he did, it's not that big of a difference. It's still level 1 only, and that doesn't really do that much. And you're gonna need a roar at level 6, you have a lasso at level 6. Phantom Lancer doesn't offer anything, so you only rely on fluff to be able to disable someone, so they can't really go on anybody of QPANDA right now, and they know that too, so they're gonna be keeping it safe, gonna be trying to farm in the jungle. While TC free farms, and that's the thing about Liquid, they don't need to initiate. What they need to do is hold on until TC says, okay guys, I am a Phantom Lancer, and I got all my items so we can win this game. No problem, I'll carry you all on my back. And that's something that Phantom Lancers can do. So we'll see if he's actually going to be given the opportunity for that, because QPANDA knows exactly what they're up against, and they should know that there is indeed a time limit to this game for them right now. Even though, I mean, teamfight wise, they still have the upper hand in a way with the Ravage as well as the Sonic Wave, and you know, they still have that, but then again, it's still a Phantom Lancer, and in my book right now, at this moment, I think that Phantom Lancer triumphs even teamfight, because you can't just count Phantom Lancer as teamfight on itself if he has enough illusions. He is the teamfight, because he is a team and he's fighting. I know, pun is bad today, but doesn't matter. We're gonna see Korok almost level 6. Let's see if QPANDA can shut him down once more before they go. They have smoked up with 3 of them, actually taken Select with them. Select who's been trying to get some farm inside that jungle. Korok is gonna be walking towards the wrong side of the river, and this is gonna be him trying to run for his life, but he can't do it. Gushes, impales, light strike erases, support doing the job. Sing not even in range to get anything done right here, as he was on the way to the rune, so those 3 supports just getting a kill by themselves. really really useful, and that kill actually went to the Tidehunter. So all three supports slash semi-supports for now. I'll count Tide as a semi-support, though of course he's not really that. But everybody's got a kill so far, apart from the carry and the mid laner. It's quite quite interesting, but I mean successful. And actually Singh did get an assist for that. Of course the Shadow Strike still the assist that he got for that one, as he started it all off, I guess, with the investment that he did. In the meantime, Wagamama able to infest himself out of some creeps. His stack was there, not that big of a stack, but every little bit helps. We do have a roar now up on Korok, so they want to use it, and that's why we see a TP incoming. Bulba's going to be there as well with the last two. Singh knows what time it is, so he's going to be very safe with that one, and he's going to be backing off. Now the thing about QPAN is they can, of course, at some point when the Tidehunter is level 6, go for some bigger team fight of their own. I mean, just go for maybe 4 men, 5 men, forcing out a team fight. I'm not going to say push, because they don't really have a pushing lineup, but just trying to force out a team fight somewhere. But until that Tidehunter is level 6, they want to get it from ganks, and they don't want to be ganked themselves, and they know what they can expect from a Beastmaster that's level 6, and from a Batfighter that's level 6 as well. So they're going to be trying to avoid that, and so far so good. I'd say Bulba already backing off towards the jungle to continue to farm there. He's actually too low in life to do anything, and he is still not got his Blink Dagger, even though he's doing quite okay for that. Let's take a look at the net worth. Actually, he is third, doing really well in that jungle for himself. With the top 5 still having 3 of QPANDAs there, the difference is minimal though, and I mean that's really all due to Bulba getting that farm there. I mean Beastmaster is very low compared to his opponent, his Queen of Pain opponent, but that's to be expected. He's there to get his levels, he got his levels, not that much farm, you know, happens. Oh, and that's nighttime, they didn't see them, they didn't see each other. Hey, interesting. And that's a double damage rune picked up by Singh. And that's a rune that Korok just let slide. Let it slide. But yeah. What was I saying? Well, I'm gonna say something entirely different, because I just saw Mini. He's level 5 right now, and when he's level 6, he want to use that Vendetta just like Bulba wants to use his last two when he gets his Blink Dagger. Oh yeah, he was farming really well. That was what I was saying. Beastmaster got a 6, wants to use it. Now he doesn't have mana to use it, but he does have the bottle, so if the opportunity arises, he will go for it. But so far, I think both teams are okay with the way things are going. I mean, we see QPAT, they're just looking for the levels up on their supports mostly, and looking for the farm up on their two carry, semi-carry heroes, mid laner and of course the carry on the top with Wagamama playing the life stealer. And until, like, right now, Liquid, we already discussed that, like, Liquid is okay with late game. They've got a Phantom Lancer, they are having TC free farm still. So far so good, and actually when TC gets his Diffusal Blade, which is seemingly what he's gonna go for first, depending on what kind of strategy he was want to go for, because he might actually go for Yasha first. But we're gonna assume a Diffusal Blade, because with the Diffusal Blade, you don't even need to wait for more. Phantom Lancer can already join the fight when he is that big, or not that big, but when he has his. Oh, wait a second, Singh turn into a frog. He's gonna get lassoed as well. Back home with you, Impale hits from the sidelines, and that is gonna be the first kill of Liquid with Korok picking it up. And the roar not even being used for that. No, I mean Impale, Earth Spike, same thing, potato. You know, happens. A Minchip level, or Minchip, wow. Mini. I thought for a second that I was level 6. He was level 6. I thought I saw that. Damn. No can do, no level 6 just yet. Fluff is level 6 though. Fluff is gonna have his Finger of Death. Now the difference between the Fluff and the Jarex, of course, I mean you've got Laguna Blade and the Finger of Death. Finger of Death is less mana costly, more damage, but such a long cooldown. Well, Jarex can actually spam his Laguna Blade a bit, and they're all gonna go mid. They have got the Tidehunter that is level 7. They maybe want to try to force something out here, as they know that Korok is around their Fluff. They don't see him just yet, but they will be seeing him very shortly. Actually, they have got a ward up there, so they might have already scouted him out, as they just placed a new ward there as well. And might try to force something out here in this mid lane. They don't have the Nyx Assassin with them yet. He is still trying to get his level 6 on the top lane. But I think they should be rotating very soon, as hanging around here with 3 heroes without doing anything is not really worth it. Or maybe they want to try to bait out the roar or something like that, but it's not gonna be a guaranteed return kill. If the roar gets turned to Sing Sing, there's not going to be a guaranteed opportunity for Select or for Jarex to do anything in return, so they actually are going to be not doing anything. We have got an Infest. There we go. That is a rotation. They walk through the Sentry Ward though. They know that he's invisible. What they don't know is that the Lifestealer is infested in him. We know that Korok picked up a haste rune. He's going to be out of there very soon. He walks past the ward there, so they know that. And Kork is going to be hiding near his tower. Good place sent forward. You always have to be prepared. Like by the time that Nyx is level 6, you have to be ready for it. And they are 4 heroes in the mid lane from QPAT. 5 actually, of course, with Wagamama being there as well. But they're not going to be able to do anything with it, which is like if they kill off TC right now, that would be worth it. But TC is already on his way out. He already backed off. And this is a rotation from QPAT that is questionable if they don't get anything in return for it. Because right now they're giving up farm on the top lane, where Wagamama had, of course, free farm. Actually, Blink Dagger demonstrated right here upon Mini. Boba getting himself the target. Impale hits as well. Mini gonna get roared. There he goes. And that's gonna be a Ravage hitting. It's gonna be up on Boba and on Fluff. Fluff is gonna be going down to Jerix's Dragon Slay. Boba on the run out. Will be able to do so unless Wagamama can make a change, but I don't think he can. Not with the boar hitting on him and slowing him down. Illuminate will still fly through, doing some harassment as TC is gonna be able to doppel walk himself away. 2, well, 1 for 1, I guess. And Fluff going down for a Nyx assassin. But then again, I mean, TC is already back to farming. Wagamama not, well, back to farming, but not getting as much out of the farm as TC is getting. I mean, he can't be farming as freely as TC is right now. And of course, I mean, Ravage was used. I mean, that's great, you know, using Ravage and getting kills, using Roar and getting kills, same story of course. But they don't really get an advantage with it. They play even. They play even. And that is something that you might now be wanting to have. There's an infested Nyx assassin again. Infested, of course, well, Nyx infested with Nyx, vice versa. Well, you know what I mean. You're gonna go for the kill. They have got the dust with them. They're gonna go for a double kill, as in for dual kill. They know that he's there. They could pop the dust right now. No, they don't. So he's out already. In the meantime, the pressure comes on the mid lane to try and force them back again, because that's what you need to do. You need to make sure, oh, this is tied. Gonna be trying to go for the Ravage, but it's a long TP. That's not tied. That is gonna be Mini. Wow, time was standing right there. Hello, Fluff. Bye, Fluff. Laguna Blade doing the job. Illuminate flying through. There is no Ravage up, actually. It's gonna be Korg running away. The rest running away as well. And they will be able to get themselves out alive. All of them apart from Fluff. But I think Liquid is not going to be too sad about it, because with doing this, the reason that they did this was to force everybody towards the mid lane. Check. Success. And that of course gave TC some farm, as we have seen. Taking a lance while being in a lasso. He's still going to be able to link himself away afterwards though. And the rest of QPAT coming around as well to try and helping out, but they are still, with all 5 of them, not getting anything in return. Maybe now they can. Korok getting opened up. Open wound. Scream there as well. It is gonna be Mini that gets picked off already. Korok still needs a hit, but Wagamama being turned into a frog, getting the finger of death, and will be going down by the flame break off. Bulba now Sing on the run. Can still link himself away. It's not gonna be in any danger, but Select is in a whole different story. He's gonna be taken down by TC of all people. That's a kill that you don't want to be giving light. Nice Light Strike Array. TC cannot follow the chase, and they might even be able to pick him up. Sonic Wave hits. Can they do the damage? They might be able to. A Scream will do it, and Sing picks him up. While Keeper of the Lights Illuminate still cleans out. Select, Impale, Earth Spike up on Sing, being turned into a frog once more, and will be picked up. But this is okay to die for. I mean, he got a kill up on the Phantom Lancer. Even though Phantom Lancer already has got his, well, almost needs 200 gold to have his Diffusal Blade ready. Still losing a lot of lives for that. 6 for 6 right now on the kill score. Liquid, they're happy with the way things are going. Like, they don't come out completely on top of the fights, even though they did have the last word in that fight. But the thing they need is time for the Phantom Lancer, and they're buying it. QPAT, at least they got themselves a kill upon the Phantom Lancer, but they gave away a lot for it, and it's gonna be tough for them to still do this mid-game. Like, mid-game should be their territory, their strength, their game. And so far, Liquid has been able to definitely reply to everything that QPAT does. There's been some ganks, of course, that have been quite successful, but other than that, QPAT, or Liquid, has been on the ball. Push comes out from QPAT, they're gonna finally take down the tower, at least that's their goal. Diffusal Blade ready up on the Phantom Lancer now. It's gonna be already a ward placed at the backside. Looks like Liquid is just gonna be giving this one up, knowing that there is a Ravage waiting for them if they go in. Indeed, Select gonna be the one to have that one in store for Liquid, but they give it up, and they're gonna be having TC taking down the tower on the top lane, because the push is coming for that one, and Illusions will help out. And TC with his Diffusal Blade able to fight off heroes by himself right now. If he's being harassed by just one target, well, that one target better be ready for it, because he is going to be taking a lot of damage and won't be able to run away that fast as well. Smoke up for QPAD. Mid game, like I said, is going to be their territory and they need to make it count, and so far they've played even. That's something that you shouldn't be wanting to do in this stage of the game. You should be wanting to get ahead. Well, you want to get ahead, but you should be able to get ahead. Korok gonna be having a roar if he wants to use it. Light Strike Ray misses, Korok still goes down, Sing picking up the kill. Lance being returned to select. And TC not even retreating too far from farming Ancients as QPAD rotates towards the top lane, able to take down a tier tower there. Tier 1 tower, as we have an infested Lifestealer inside the Nyx again. Nyx.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
5 heroes here from QPAD. They're gonna have to deal with 5 also from Liquid, actually. TC with his Diffusal Blade able to join the fight. Nice spike Carapace, stopping a Lance from being casted, so that's gonna be that one. Lance still gets hit on Wagamama, but he has a rage again in 3 seconds, so he'll be fine. And Liquid defend their tower successfully. Bulba wanting to go for someone, gets Sing with a blink and finger of that Earth Spike, and that's gonna be a kill. Buyback from Sing though, wants to be in this fight as we have a Roar upon Select, can't cast his Ravage anymore, and will be going down as well. Mini is gonna be the next one to fall, only needs a couple more damage, gets a mana burn, doesn't matter. IX Mike getting a kill there, killing spree for him, and the rest of QPAD backing themselves off, and I think they also have to say goodbye to their tier 1 tower, the last one that's still standing on their side of the map, and that is gonna be Liquid with 5 people able to take it down. Korok is gonna regen rune still in his bottle and still full health after that fight even. Not too worried for him, and look at Liquid's all in all health, like they're missing some mana, etc. But you wouldn't say from the way that they are looking right now that they've just won a big team fight on the back of QPAD. And QPAD actually having forced out a buyback. That's quite painful right now. Sing was building towards his BKB, is now gonna get delayed for that one. As we have got TC continuing his farm as a true Phantom Lancer shoot right now, I guess. Wagamama is going to be still building towards his armlet. He still doesn't have it. He has got drum space boots, a solid build. We've seen that every time again. But right now he is going to be in some trouble because there's going to be a roar waiting for him. A Finger of Death not though, but they feel like they maybe have enough shutdown for him. Courier comes by. Do they really want to take this down? Like, I'm not even sure if they can. And Wagamama is actually going to be able to get back off. They are not going to be in time anymore. Well, dodged the bullet there. Well, I'm not even sure if they could have killed them if they had a chance. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they could have together with the Keeper of Light that was still on his way. Yes, he actually has a Gem of Truth set up on the Coddle right now. There's 5 heroes here from QPAD. Ravage up still because it wasn't used in the previous fight. Tier 1 tower going to be the target. Last time Liquid was able to defend our Tier 1 tower top. Let's see if they're going to try the same thing on the middle lane, even though they're already harassing the top Tier 2 as well. So if they can trade a Tier 2 for Tier 1, wouldn't be too bad. Blinded Light trying to help out, so it's at least going to be trying to get the Knight. No, the Knight. Wagamama opening up an illusion. That's not the one you want to have, and he noticed, so he backed off. No Ravage being used for that, but the tower is secured, and that's going to be something that QPAD wanted to have. And that's all they needed, so they back off. Don't want to be fighting when they know that Liquid is preparing to fight them, so might just want to try to keep the pressure on. Keep the rotations coming from Liquid, and maybe trying to force out some things with that. So we've got Drarex, he's got himself some boots and bracers so far. I mean, just a support, some support items. No wards or anything like that. I think that Mini is the target for that one. Yep, he's even got himself some dust in case he hops on TC's back. If he can find the real one, that is. He's level 7. I mean, he's got his Vendetta. We haven't really been able to see a big successful use of that just yet. There's going to be some pings coming around. Mini being spotted out. And they're gonna go for him. Korok knows that he's there. They don't know that Wagamama is here too though, but Wagamama is gonna get lassoed. This is a big kill for QPAD, and they are gonna be able to pick him off. All because Mini just dropped him off there. He's gonna try to TP out, we'll be able to do so. But that is basically, you know, having someone piggyback and then dropping him off in the middle of a crocodile field, and it is going to be a roar up on Select and Pale as well. He pops his Ravage, hits on 2, they want to go for this, Fluff goes down. It is going to be Bulba that's going to be able to force out himself away, will be able to blink himself away as well. Still in range of the creeps though, at least people can still find him, and they get him as well. Scream, double kill going the way of Sing Sing. At least that's a good fight that QPAD really needed. The Ravage was a bit of a desperation Ravage, but it hit on 2, and those 2 ended up going down, so good use of that one, and forcing Liquid a bit back inside that cave. I mean,
has fallen.
just getting some more time, and that sounds stupid because I know that they are not the team that wants time. Liquid is very happy with giving QPAD time because they want time as well, because they've got the Phantom Lancer who's now got himself a Yasha as well, and it is gonna be QPAD that should be the ones to make sure that the time actually, you know, is shorter for this game. Wow, that bad English for me is terrible right now. We are gonna see Sing Sing still building towards his Mithril Hammer. Doesn't have it completed yet, just purely because of that buyback. Really hurt him quite a bit. And in the end, not getting... well, he got himself something in return, I guess. Oh well. We're gonna have Korok having a 4-staff, so more initiations for him, or better initiations I should say, with a 4-staff Roar. He's got himself almost a Blink Dagger as well if he wants to go for that. TC showing himself on the top lane, wanting to go for Sing Sing, 4-staff Roar, Axes, dead. TC picking up a kill, killing very fast, and that is gonna be Sing Sing's farm again shut down quite hard. In the meantime, Wagamama, he's got himself the armlet, but other than that, not really getting himself something yet. He's got himself only 800 gold, as we have got 2300 gold up on Korok. Actually quite surprised. Maybe he's gonna go for an Aghanims. Wouldn't be too bad if they wanted to continue to force out these fights. Boba in some trouble, gonna be getting a Vendetta. I have Mini as his way, but the Earth Spike will make sure that nobody chases that, and he was already on the way back also. Would have just otherwise dived himself into a couple of people that actually had a Gem of True Sight, so would know where he was. With Bulba actually the one to pick it up right now. IX Mike of course having it earlier. IX Mike, who is the team support, who has got himself a mechanism. Fluff of course also support, all just mana boots and wards. He's actually going to be having 2k gold soon. Could be going for something like a Ghost Scepter, but then again you have the risk of getting Laguna Bladed while you're your Ghost Scepter, not really a pleasant experience. So maybe he just wants to go for a Blink Dagger also, to go on the aggression side, and to go on the aggressive side, something again that Liquid in theory shouldn't have to be, or shouldn't need to be doing there. But the way this game is going, I haven't really shown the graphs just yet. But, you know, you kind of feel the game. It's going the way of Liquid, no surprise there. Not really that convincingly, but we know where this is gonna head if this is gonna be continuing this way. It's gonna be 7,500 gold in favor of Liquid. It's like I said, it's not really that much. It's just the difference between the lineups that makes it a bit more hard for QPAD to get back on this one. We have got experience graph saying the same thing, purely because QPAD has been looking for stuff, looking for openings, looking for fights, not been able to find them, and when they did find them, it wasn't in their favor, or it wasn't finding them like it was just stumbling on them because Liquid found them instead. But it is gonna be them that are quite far behind on experience, not because of kills, but purely, like I said, because of those rotations, while the rest of Liquid has been able to farm, most importantly, that Phantom Lancer. They find the Keeper of Light with the smoke up that they have. There goes the Impale, and the Dragon Slave will end him off.
What a punk.
All in all, for Liquid, not too big of a loss, and having to waste QPAD's time and smoke for that, not too big of an issue again. I mean, DC still happily farming the Ancients now as well. He's got himself the Mad Style complete, picked himself up a double damage rune if he wants to. Nope, I'm gonna leave it up for Beastmaster to put in his bottle, who activates an invisibility rune while he's at it. He picked himself up the point booster, so it's indeed gonna be that Aghanims. He's gonna be trying to go maybe for something. He has got a Roar. He needs some support though. He needs some form of help if he wants to go for this. But no, it's gonna be actually the Nyx with the Infested. Oh, but Boba, he has a gem. He knows that he has a gem. There goes the Infest out. They find themselves Fluff as well. Fluff is already gonna go down. The last 2 hits upon Mini, who's gonna get dragged down to the low ground. There comes the Ravage. Hello, Select with the Blink Dagger. IX Mike going down again. Boba in some trouble. Gonna be flying himself over the trees. Well, Wagamama chase him over the flames, and he's gonna be able to pick up the kill. Now it's gonna be TC. The dust is there. Can they get a triple kill for Wagamama? Can they make it another one? It's gonna be an Impale up on TC, trying to run himself away. Gush still hits though. This is gonna be a kill on TC, but at least he's able to take down 2 with him. He is able to pick up Mini and Wagamama. Then it's gonna be Select that is gonna be going down to Korok. Actually, the axes, the prize they pay, the prizes they pay. It looked so good for QPAD, but then the illusions, and of course Korok still hanging around there with a double damage rune. It's not gonna be pleasant. It is a 4-for-4 trade, so it is gonna be an even trade, so it's not all bad. But this was really their chance to get a good team fight going and maybe get themselves a bit of a way into maybe even a tier 3 perhaps. I would be stretching it, but who knows. But this time, no, can't do. Korok making sure that's not happening, and he even was able to pick up the Gem of True Sight that Boba left behind when he passed away for a short period of time. Don't worry, he'll be back up in a moment. We haven't got a Roshan kill yet today, I feel like. Well, not in this fight anymore, this matchup that is. as we might see Liquid trying to go for that. In the meantime, I think QPAD shouldn't let it pass though. Like, if they find out that Liquid is going to go for a Roshan, they should be going for it themselves, because that is something that they can definitely use to try and get themselves ahead, trying to get their foot in the door. They're at a bit of a, like, they're on the back foot, and an age's bit of a margin of error that you get yourself with that is would definitely be welcome. But looks like Liquid is also knowing that the Roshan is going to be quite important, so maybe they want to bait for something out there. Going to be placing some wards, going to be having some beasts hanging around there, knowing that that is going to be somewhere where maybe QPAD is going to come and maybe they can force out a fight. Smoke goes up for Liquid. Actually, they're going to try to go for it. Aghanim's already ready for Korok. Let's see where they're going to go with that. Well, we see the minimap, we know exactly where they're going to go, but are they going to be able to get to a target? Is the question. Oh, they are. Oh, they are. Hello, Boba Wagamama being lassoed down the low ground and is going to be locked inside an enemy hero bundle and is going to be going down with the roar being used even. With Boba still getting the last hit, and this kill should be granting the Liquid. Nice clean pick off. And that is going to be it's going to be a good kill for Liquid, and a bad kill of course for QPAD. I mean, they have got their main farmer, there's their lifestealer that is going to be the one that should be carrying them, and I feel like he's missing some items. Still having, well, he picked up the Yasha, I guess, and an item that he likes to go for. He likes to go for Sanjin Yasha actually, to just get that mobility going, to be able to just steamroll through a team fight and able to pick up everybody, because that's the thing about a lifestealer, like, he's great. He is great. With just one-on-one, he's gonna win because he eats you up. But then he has to get to the next target. So in the downtime that you have to get to the next target, you're gonna be taking a lot of damage from your enemies, or at least that should be your enemy's goal anyway. Before you can eat yourself back to full with the different targets. So if you get the time in between those two targets shorter with Sanjin Yasha, that will of course be helping out. And of course, he just likes to go for that build. It's also a bit of personal preference, of course. As we have got 1200 gold upon select. He has got a blink dagger. We saw that being demonstrated earlier on already. We've now also Mini getting a blink dagger on the side shop, so more initiations possibility. But talking about initiations, hello Bulba, hello Sing Sing. Ravage being popped though, and they want to try to take this fight. It's gonna be Fluff that's already being popped. It's gonna be a roar upon Sing Sing, who's gonna go down from that Mini. Won't be able to get himself alive out of there, and it's gonna be Select running for his life as well, but I don't think it's gonna be successful. 3 deaths on the side of QPAD, with only a support line being picked up for that one. And that is gonna be, again, 5 heroes that were there waiting for them on the top lane. Well, there were not 5 heroes from QPAD there, so they forced something out, tried to go for something, but realized, okay, you know what, we are out in over our heads. Level 2 Diffusal Blade up on TC. It is gonna be a heart that he's gonna be building up next. And look at the difference in net worth for QPAD and Liquid. I mean, TC is almost double the value. Actually, he is double the value. Well, now he is. Of, almost double the value. I know I can't count, but of Wagamama. That's the point that I'm trying to make. It's a big difference, and he is really doing really well. Fluff is going to be back here with the recall from Ike's Knight, and they just want to go for the tier 3. They can do this, but still Sing Sing on cooldown, as well as, of course, no Ravage. Even if Select comes back, there is no Ravage as yet. They know that. There is no fortification because it's already being used. Roar goes off on Wagamama. Here comes Mini, blinking himself in, gets a nice impale upon Fluff, and Wagamama still taking a lot of damage. Laguna Blade hits upon Fluff, he goes down. Sonic Wave over the top. They try to go for TC, but it's so difficult. There goes the Dust, trying to find the right one. Nice Light Strike Array, hits upon 2, nice impale upon 2 as well. But everybody of QPAD dropping so incredibly low. Sing Sing coming in, getting himself another kill upon Korok, but it is gonna be Bulba that already get himself a double kill, and now another kill for the Phantom Lancer, and again a kill for Bulba. So triple kill for him now. They clean out the racks. TC still alive in the midst of all of this. He didn't even die, I feel like, so he's gonna be just fine with taking down these racks, with having only 2 heroes up for QPAD and no buybacks ready. I mean, Tidehunter, he bought back, but what can he do? He doesn't have a Ravage. He can't do anything apart from trying to force Liquid to not go in for the next lane. But let's see if they're actually gonna be that kind, because if they don't go for that next lane, I feel like that would be just an act of kindness, because right now Liquid is pulling up ahead so fast. Look at that gold craft difference. I mean, it was of course going up already, but these fights I should say, going towards the 15k gold in their favor, with the experience craft towards the 13k. So it's really making a big difference, as we do have the tower, tier 3 tower, gonna get picked up. Let's see what Wagamama can do in this one. Boba already looking for next target, finds himself Wagamama, forced off back towards his team. There we go. Wagamama not gonna be able to do anything. Blinking Ravage still gonna happen, but it's Wagamama that's already picked off. So the Ravage doesn't open up for anything, even though the Bat Rider still goes down. But Mini, he'll pay for that one. Going down, it's gonna be Jarex that gets picked up as well. Sonic Wave from the side. They realize which one is the real one at least, but they won't be able to take him down. Mini, he bought back. Gonna be going for TC. TC gets forced out into safety. Mechanism helps him out as well, and that will be seeing in some trouble, getting turned into a frog. Finger of Death was there as well, as Nick's assassin is just gonna be sitting there having to take it like a man, but going down very, very fast after he already just bought back. Select's gonna be forced back as well, and this, I think this should be a GG. QPAD, they have no way on returning anything that Liquid can throw at them right now. They can't fight back. They've proven that, and they should just be trying to bank on game number 2, as this is only game number 1. I mean, I can't call anything off until the team does it themselves, I guess, but this is only game number 1 of a best out of 3 for the Eizo Cup Open. Sing Sing gonna be roared, air spike, taken down. Wagamama gonna be taken down as well. If he's not careful, he's gonna be fighting TC. Is the real one this time. But here comes the illusions, and it's gonna be Wagamama that's the one to go back. Jerax trying to help out with the sun. There goes still the Earth Spike. Wagamama in some trouble as TC picks himself up the Tide Hunter in the backside, and now comes in to try and take down Wagamama, even though Quark steals the kill from under his nose. GG gets cold. It is Select that calls it, and it is gonna be game number 1 going towards Liquid. Like I said, this is a best out of 3. Eizo Cup March this is. If you want to find out more about these single elimination best out of 3 brackets, you can go to eizo-cup.com and you'll be able to find all the standings, all the broadcasts, everything that you want to know. As like I said, single elimination best out of 3 has 2 games played today, so there's going to be lots of matches at the same time. 2 games played today, 2 games played tomorrow, and this is actually the last matchup for these teams today. If they make it, they will go on to the semi-finals tomorrow. Whichever of these 2 teams is going to be making it, of course. We'll see if QPAD can force out a game number 3 of Liquid, or if Liquid going to be taking it 2-0. Let's find out in the next match. Don't go anywhere. If you want to support me, by the way, you can check out my website, SheeverGaming.com, where you'll find everything that you want to know about all the matches of today, all the matches of tomorrow, and most importantly, all the VODs of all the games, and not just my games, I mean all the VODs, as in all the casters that are gathered there, so you can just check out the archive and then you can see if there are VODs of games available that you missed in the past. And yeah, that's it. Let's jump ourselves out of this game and see what game number 2 will bring us. Don't go anywhere.